Hello, I'm Will Joslin, author of God, Guts, and Gallantry, the faith, courage, and accomplishments of Major James Lyde Coker. I'd like to say a little about why I wrote this book and why I feel it's pertinent to us today, inspirationally and practically. I think we all need heroes, and that those who say there are no heroes just don't know where to look. While not perfect, the life of Major James Lyde Coker of Hartsville, South Carolina, was inspired and courageous and can motivate anyone. James Coker matured rapidly as a young man through fiery trials in the Civil War. His left leg was almost shot off at the Battle of Lookout Mountain, and he became delirious with fever. 3 doctors told him he should have died, but by his Christian faith and courage, he not only survived, but then endured 10 more months as a Yankee prisoner of war. He came home to northeastern South Carolina only to find that Sherman's men had burnt everyone's crops in the region and that his own farm was in shambles. Well, how would we react? Well, undaunted, the major grabbed a crutch in one hand and a hoe in the other and went right out and planted 60 acres of cotton and restored the fortunes of his farm. As a master entrepreneur, he wasn't done. Over the next several decades, he went on and founded 20 highly successful businesses and industries and became the wealthiest man in his state. All the while, his intention was to uplift the prosperity of everyone else in the region along with his own, and he did just that by providing gainful employment for blacks and whites who desperately needed help after the war. Multidimensional, the major also led spiritually, he led educationally, and he was a leader in racial progress after the war. The major lived by principles which are universal and practical and will work for us today. Along with the dramatic story of his life, in this biography I've identified and illustrated 30 of his business and personal principles for our benefit, such as uncorrupted integrity, visionary leadership, inclusive capitalism, excellent business judgment and savvy, and winsomeness and a sense of humor. The major was also a courteous gentleman who rose when a woman entered the room. While alive, the major mentored people, and my hope is that regardless of your background or age, that through this book, the major might continue to mentor us to live lives that are purposeful and successful and full of inspiration.